Hello and welcome to Story Behind the Story. Now we've been discussing dance bars and Calangute and tourism XYZ. There was not much conclusion in the last. Hopefully maybe some more clarity and this because I want to know who's responsible and it really, as Rajan says, irrevocable or cannot be stopped. I don't believe that. I think it can be done. It just needs the will and a little bit of
will to put a stop to where it is first.
Correct. We'll do that. We'll do that. Again,
it is progressing day by day.
Trajan Dimelo from TMC, Nitish Chodankar, social worker, Umesh Kaonkar, retired top cop, tough top cop, Premanand Divkar, President Calangute Constitution Forum, and Juliana Lower of ARZ. Now, as I will start off with Nitish because I interrupted him, and then Umesh Babu. Yeah, Nitish. Yes, please.
2 days before, Calangute Sarpanch dance bar open keli, shut down. Next day they were open. Kohe open केले, कोणतरी godfather आ. सरपंच म्हणता आपल्याक डान्स बार नाका. MLA म्हणता ऑन रेकॉर्ड सा की आपल्याक डान्स बार नाका. डान्स बार जाय कोणाक. आणि डान्स बार म्हणता ते बंद करून जाना. इट इज व्हेरी इजी. ते लायसन घेता आसतना कितें येता बार एंड रेस्टॉरंट. If you go personally to visit करशी and the structure check करशी, structure कळता की डान्स बार म्हणून
डिस्को
डिस्को म्हणजे सारकोच कळता भितर कितें आसा. भितर कंपार्टमेंट्स आसता, फाटल्यान वे बॅक आसता. पुलीस जर फुडसून भायर सरात फाटसून ते चेवडांक भायर काडटा आनी ऑन रोडार सारके ओपन सारके ते सांगता शराब के साथ लड़की मिलेगा इतना पैसा. हांवें दोळ्यांनी आयकलेलें. आय सम प्रूफ्स ऑल्सो. आमी 12 वर्सां हेच करून येयल्ले आहा. डायरेक्ट रोडार सांगतात ते लड़की चाहिए हाथ लगाने के लिए इतना पड़ेगा. चल्ला कितें कालांगुटान
हाथ लगाने के लिए.
हां डायरेक्ट सांगता ते. हांव थंयसर बागान आसलो. बागानचो देता तो म्हाका ट्रॅफिक कोणूच ना. ट्रॅफिक आडयता तो म्हणटा देखो लड़की मिलेगा लड़की के साथ शराब फ्री मिलेगा म्हणटा. देर आर सम डांस बार्स आई वांट टू मेंशन देयर नेम्स ऑल्सो. दिल्ली वाला चावला म्हणून आहा, डेविल्स आहा, महफिल आहा. हेंचो ओनराचो जर हिस्ट्री चेक करशी, रिकॉर्ड चेक करशी पुलीस म्हणजे हिस्ट्री शिटर दे. जर केशी आहा तरी ते कशें चलयता कांय समजना. कालांगुटात चल्ला कितें पळय नाकाले इलिगल इतले डान्स बार. तुमी म्हणटा चल बार एंड रेस्टॉरंट म्हणटा तुमी जाल्यार तुमच्या डान्स बारा भायर 50-60 टाउट्स जाय कित्याक तुमकां. कस्टमर जितले भितर आसना तितले भायर टाउट्स आसता आनी ते ओपनली सांगता. मेन इशू तेंचो कांय नासता. ड्रग्स, बूज आनी गन.
उमेश बाब,
see dance bar. Now first of all, see this is I'm coming to the point now.
Yeah, okay.
Music is required.
Yeah.
Who has authorized them or who has issued the license to play the music? And it's not ordinary music.
It's a trance
It is
music.
a trance music, right?
Yeah, right.
To dance. So first of all, illegality is there. Plus dance. So it becomes an entertainment. So it is not bar and restaurant only. So now everybody is talking how to stop it. Panchayat says they have no power. Other day they stop and again it is reopened. Now I am telling you, have Panchayat come out with the detailed report on this, that there is a public nuisance by this dance bars and public by and large are getting affected with this kind of a business or whatever trade, flash trade, illegal trade. Collector is very much empowered under section 144 to issue prohibitory order wherever there is a public nuisance.
Question is how you implement it and how the judicial system playing with it. It is not at one layer. It is again when you go to the video, he goes to the director of Panchayat, then you go to the High Court and you go to the whole thing.
So for the time
it is
being,
so complicated. It is mostly at the political
Yes,
will
yes,
and the political.
yes, but for the time being, you don't have to follow this tedious procedure.
Now, have you heard?
Report, let the police and law and order authorities are SP and collector.
Collector, we'll discuss at the collector. I'll come back to the collector.
Powers are vested with him, no?
But what do the collectors do? You ask a collector something, he'll tell you why you come here. You're not, arey boss, we are paying your salary here.
Sir, I will let
Most ridiculous, the flooding, half of Goa was flooding, and the disaster when the collector doing nothing. Collectors don't do anything unless a call comes from the political bosses. Arey boss, do something. Kuch karta nahi, sorry. Hindi malya म्हणून.
Sir, I will add to this. I will add to this. We says that all the system is in place. We presume the system is in place. We presume. But in reality, whether the system is in place or not, nobody knows. Because there are the complaints which has been floated, and including police.
To the police.
To the police also, they have given the dedicated number. Most of the time, it is not attended.
No,
Even if you call, there is a loud music, trance music has been played. You know, it has not been attended. Even if they attend, they send the cop over there. Before the cop reaches there, the
Messages.
Yeah, it
message is already. And like this, I have read it earlier that SP Chandan Chaudhary was there. She was most cooperative.
She was cooperative.
Yes. And we have read it along with her, and she told categorically to me, she don't inform any local police station. Call me directly. And we have shut down 2 to 3
That's why
massage
probably she
parlors.
was shunted out because she was doing a good
Yes.
job in that.
Yes.
Who knows?
But we require the good
Which of
officers.
ifs and buts.
See, what is important to implement the system, we require the good officers.
Now, no, the point is implementation. The point in everything in governance is implementation. That is not happening.
That is not happening at all.
Because, as
I
you said,
hope you had heard Nitish Babu when he was talking just now.
what? Talking
About,
what point?
about the bars closed, opened and all that. Could you see the disgust on his face?
Disgust?
Frustrated. He is
Frustration.
watching, he is helpless. Being in that area. The law
this
is
is
not with you.
Rajasthan, this is with every local staying
I am
in
telling you, I am
Calangute and
agreeing with
Kandari. Every local.
Now, you were talking about cycling from Calangute. Like my mom is from Calangute.
See.
We used to stay in holidays. We used to walk to the beach and come back. Now can you walk to the beach? Those half of these restaurants, the locals. It is not locals. About half of the restaurants on the roads here, and on top, garam khun
See.
youngsters. Why will they
Tell
want to
them.
work here? If they are getting like this Foucault type of paisa, why they want to work?
Tourism.
Ask them to sit and work there. For
Dance
9
bars
hours
can
and
be
something.
controlled only with one. Covered up all the touts who are working. There are more than 700 to 1000 touts.
How
are there.
many?
1,000, more than
More than
1,000.
In Calangute.
In Calangute, I'm
Calangute,
talking.
Kandari.
And he's talking
See,
Not
these
Calangute
touts,
main.
the police can take action. What are they doing? As Nitin was sharing, लड़की चाहिए, free drink मिलता, लड़की मिलता. They're basically soliciting girls.
ओपन हो लेता
So
ते
they should
आणि
be
ऐक
booked under
लॉस
8
दिसतात
6 and 7. They should be booked. They should be arrested. But nobody is talking about them. So legal action can be taken with them under 8 pa. Now when you talk about, when we are saying why all these NOCs are given by the panchayats, no? So what is the
For
panchayat?
bars and restaurants.
But when they are seeing that this is happening for bars and restaurants, but you're seeing this is happening, what is the panchayat doing?
No
Can the
inspection
panchayat not
powers.
act?
बार अँड रेस्टॉरंट म्हणटा सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट बार अँड रेस्टॉरंट म्हणटा न्हू तेंचे स्ट्रक्चररूच कळता की हे रेस्टॉरंट काय ना पळय ते जसलो पब सारको थंय टेबल ना काय ना
Okay, who is responsible ultimately? See, because there is no. Yeah.
Madam has said regarding the touts, the drive was continued long before also. Many of them were arrested.
Yes.
But how long you are going to keep them behind the bars? They are out again.
Right.
They are involved in this. But the basic thing is what? If the illegality is totally curtailed, how touts will come in picture? If this activity is going on, so the touts are getting the
Actually, I agree with Umesh Bab
Yeah.
fully. Like for example, now see, everybody says the government is once upon a time they said that there were no drugs in Goa. It's come on the assembly also. Then there's some. I remember Mickey made a big noise report and all, which was put inside and where it disappeared. I don't know. Then the government said, okay, there is drugs. Then there is no drugs. The government itself was not very sure. How much of drugs was being bought? I don't know. Umesh Bab, you know, 5 grams, 4 grams. Kityak? Why? And even today, 5 kilos after noise, media made noise, civic society, center, more than the state authorities, central government authorities have made noise. Other states have made noise. Hyderabad police have come and arrested people. Our Goa police are aware. I'm 100% sure. They're very good cops, whom I know, many of them. Very good. But ultimately, who are the guys who are caught? Somebody goes to, I go to give my client so many 1 kilo to, he's caught. Are तू कितें फूल ते हे फॉड खूंय जाता झाडार जाता न्हू आनी झाड ते दोरते जाता न्हू ते झाड खूंय आहा आनी ती which on which land is it being grown? Why is that not being investigated and caught? Who wants the fruits? Files, all those guys, whatever those peddlers who go to delivery boys, now delivery boys, Amazon and what is it that so many of these
टोमॅटो
yeah, Zomato. Tega dotolo, patrav dotolo. Why the cops not
let me clarify on this point.
even the dance bars, dance bars without protection, nothing can run.
Godfather.
At least it doesn't matter. For me, I'm like this. Let the goals run it, no? Why they outside the
I think
if the
the
goal owner, let them run, no?
2012 assembly, they were supposed to table all the list of the
Let me point out
drug
on this.
peddlers, which has never happened.
You will never
Regarding the drugs, now recently I am reading through the papers only. More seizures of ganja. Ganja means weeds.
Weed.
It's a basically cannabis plant.
Yes.
It is widely grown. Initially, it was there in the Kerala, Tamil Nadu, those
Even Karnataka side.
terrains and all. But there are so many conflicting issues. Afghanistan is the largest opium producing country, and cocaine and other drugs, they are manufactured in Latin America.
But they are coming to Goa.
See,
Ah.
so Goa is at one corner. Now you analyze the situation. No, Goa is at one corner. Where is Mexico, Argentina, and all other places?
अरे but उमेश भाई पाव तक कसे
Exactly, no. This is what I am saying. No, I am coming to the point. No,
Yes.
this is what I am saying. How it is reaching to Goa. So here some foreigners are involved.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You think
because
so?
at Bombay airport, even NCT sees many times.
And most
There
of
are
how
so
they
many
come.
foreign
And
ladies
I'll tell you,
also.
I'll give one more point. I'm sure you all know how they come. They bring minors. And what happens to the minors? They go to the jail. Within 6 months, they are out.
There
These
are
the
so many
mules.
ways.
These are the mules for international drug
Racket.
thing in Goa.
So
This Goa is an international hub because management सगळं आता.
here in Goa,
Easy to
here in Goa, particular community of foreigners was identified because they used to get cocaine, right?
Yes.
They were arrested also. You know that.
Yes. We know
The
that.
fact is, now the chemical drug has started.
LSD.
LSD is there, MDMA is there. There are so many other with different names.
Correct.
They are manufactured even in different parts of India.
Umesh Babu is giving us some insights, and he's been there for a very, very long time in that. Keep watching, and we'll be back on the other side. Welcome back. Sorry, Umesh Babu, for interruption. Yeah. Please.
See, what I am saying, when illegal activity is there, these touts and everybody comes in a picture to play their part of game and eat the part of the cake. Now drugs, initially everybody knows it has come when the initially foreigners make a beginning
Correct.
in this soil.
Yes.
And rave parties were going on, even movies. In movies it was shown. I remember Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna movie. Openly it was shown. But that time it was only restricted to the chillum. So easily it was identified.
Okay, chillum.
Now the drugs have tremendously changed. As far as Goa is concerned,
That's what
there is a local base. Unless connivance of the local, there cannot be a drug business in Goa. That
Umesh Babu, that is my
100%.
point.
100%.
Connivance and protection.
Exactly.
Without connivance and protection, nothing can happen. No massage parlors, no dance bars, no drinks, illegal drinks, which is going into Karnataka and back, he's going this side, and something else comes in. Nothing, it's not possible. So my point is, who is responsible ultimately for this mess in Calangute? Politicians are responsible, I feel.
How Nitin told us,
But how
Sarpanch says
politician
no.
will accept?
MLA says no, then who else is there?
Or how politicians can accept that they are responsible?
No, no.
Therefore-
They will say they have passed the legislation.
Therefore, I am
now it is
saying,
implementation.
is it only done to increase the apta? What is it?
You mean these raids?
No,
no,
what
no,
else?
No, the raids because of pressure, because of that.
No, my question is, Nitin tells us now on record to say that it has opened.
Yes.
It is sorry.
Reopened.
Yes, sir.
Reopened.
Then if it is reopened, why are the authorities who closed it are silent?
Okay, Nitish, you wanted to say
You
something?
please
on that?
answer that.
Oh, how he's not an authority?
No, no.
कोणाक तरी हप्तो येता आसलो न्हू
He is there, no?
गॉडफादर आसलो तांकां बंद करूंक जाय कालांगुटान सगळे बंद
So
जाता
in other words,
वेन लोकल पंच मेंबराक नाका म्हणटा सरपंच नाका एमएलए नाका म्हणटा जाव कोणाक
They should not sit down there.
इट इज इम्पॉसिबल
Don't,
then they should expose it to the people of
yeah,
Calangute.
I think what
Then they should expose it to the people of
Committee will be
Calangute.
formed. Now, there are assembly is there in January. Committee will be formed. Investigation will
Nothing
be
will
formed.
happen.
No.
There
I
was
was
an
being
issue
sarcastic, by the
in
way.
Kolwa. See, there was an issue in Kolwa when Lamani people were troubling the foreign tourists on the beaches.
They still have
The locals in Kolwa,
They got-
united and they passed on the message that we will not allow these Lamanis to enter on the beaches. Problem stopped. So here, as a local, when you know all these divisions, everything is there. In connivance with the panchayat, why Calangute people are not coming out against all these
That's my
nuisances?
point.
Why?
Ultimately,
Because law says without the people support,
Nothing
you
can
cannot implement the law.
anything.
Therefore, I have maintained, and you will have to prove it to me, because people are afraid to come out. The touts that he has said are so many that are Goans have no courage and they are not getting the protection of law. Now, he said the Sarpanch says don't want, the MLA says or there's somebody else. Then that somebody else will be known to these people who closed it, who are demanding the closure, who are authorities, who are elected representatives. Why they don't disclose it? Who are the people allowing it? After they are not wanting it.
I think I agree to Mr. Trajan Dipanlo. The locals are not getting the protection of law.
No, they are not
Yes,
getting it.
that is
100%
true.
not
That is 100%. It
100%.
happens to us also. That is
In fact, we
100%.
had to intervene because of there was an assault case and one of our people had to intervene with the cops because NCs are made and the guy was bleeding all blood on his shirt and all and the guy has filed an NC.
You
Another
get one
has got
Niti,
stabbed.
one Premana,
The
that's all.
victim is being
They
called
cannot
to the police
stop
station
such a-
101 times. And on top the police officer says, "अरे तुम्ही reporter म्हणून दादागिरी करता?
Yes.
अरे तू who the hell you think you are? I am paying your bloody salary. Do your job here." जाय ना लॉस ना आनी हुई.
Even the people who complain,
Complaint.
they don't get, they get
Blood.
backfired.
I have seen for
They get harassed later on.
and NC.
In 2014 आम्ही एक NGO फॉर्म केलो आणि आय वॉज वन ऑफ द वायस प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द NGO कॉल्ड सेफ कालांगूट. आम्ही सगळो गांव हाडलो भायर स्ट्रायकार बसले आणि बंद केलो फॉर द सर्टन टायम 6-7 महिने बंद जाले आमी परतून चालू जाले. मागीर आमी धरून आले टाउट्सांक पुलिशन वचून जाले पूण कितें जाता आयज लॉ आमचो मातसो हो खंय ना वीक आहा ते एडवोकेट काडटा नेक्स्ट डे भायर येता.
Judiciary. That is the
Long before, when these addicts used to go and sit on the beaches, the locals,
used to catch hold.
they got together and they made a drive. They were not allowing only two addicts to come on the beaches. So Calangute, if they decide, they can do it. There was an issue at cricketers, how locals got together and stopped it.
आम्हीच केलें न्हू सर ते.
Exactly, so that's why I'm pointing out.
That's why it's
See,
pointing out.
there is a protection under the law, but some risk is everywhere.
Yeah.
By some or the other, risk is there.
No, actually, I don't agree. Risk is big today. Earlier things used to happen. Nobody used to know. Nobody used to report. Media used to not report. Everybody was scared. Today, once more things zap zap.
Exactly.
That is advantage is there.
Risk becomes
Yes,
less.
your advantage is there.
तुका मारून कार करून तुका कोण खबर पासून आसची ना कोण
Sir,
कितें जाता ते.
I'll
I have seen.
I'll add to
in your
this.
areas only.
I'll add to this because earlier days the consumption was very less.
I
No,
don't.
today's average consumption, as per the report I am taking,
Which
it is
report?
45 kgs per month.
Which?
There is one report which
No,
has
no.
been
Which
done.
drugs?
Drugs. It is a 45 kgs.
Don't even take that into.
No,
you
I'm
talk
saying
about
it-
450 or 1000 kg.
Now
Then okay. then
another
we
report
talk.
says another report says the Goa is termed as a sex destination.
Yes.
That's what she says,
Trafficking.
no, fourth.
But that is a 2015 report. That can
No, that is
X
2019.
2019.
This is the statistical analysis report
The
that has been
latest
done
is
for us.
which come in the latest.
2019. But that was
Present
moved
time.
on from the thing because it was.
That
not-
is 2015. That is separate.
But
That's a different.
2019. What does 2019?
So
report say?
2019, that which ours has
Number
done
4.
of the victims who have been rescued.
Ah.
Okay, so when you look at the victims from which states they are in, okay,
No,
so
but in Goa, the how much prevalence in Goa? The
with regard to sex trafficking, it's
Yes.
high. We have like in a year there are around 100 victims who are rescued. This is only of victims who are rescued. But those who are in commercial sexual activity or commercially sexually exploited, that is not all of it, because according to Goa State AIDS Control Society, you have around 4,500 persons who are victims of commercial sexual exploitation or sex workers as they call. So those are the total number which Goa AIDS Control Society is giving. But we are talking of only rescued by Goa police, that is 400.
Those must be infected or whatever.
Not necessarily,
Another
they
point.
distribute condoms to those who are.
Yeah.
There are so many organized people. There are clubs. For example, Lions is there.
Very true.
Dukar is there. He knows. Lions, such a club. He can take up issues. There are so many other. JCs is there. So many. So, and if you say there is no protection, if you fight individually, there might be.
There is a problem.
When you are organized,
Then there is
organized,
protection.
then you cannot say there is no protection under the law. For organized group, always there will be. Now, urge, NGO, there are so many issues. Even threats might be given to them. But still they are working in association with the police, crime branch also. They were successful. Implementation of law without public support is rather difficult.
Impossible.
Is rather difficult.
Totally agree.
This is what I say.
I was
We are not shirking the responsibility. This is the fact. Even licensing authority is deputy collector or mamlatdar. You will only issue the licenses and you will not get a feedback what has happened to that license which was used for the music purpose. When it is already there,
Court is
now
running
is
the
there a
administration,
new
half the
law?
administration.
Is there a new law? Only the High Court said. Otherwise, these people are responsible. So when High Court came heavily on this, the all organs started functioning.
Now let's see how long. That we have to see. Anyway, I was talking to various, because there are various, sort of segments of society, civic society. There is the political, then NGOs, various. My point is, as you said, I totally agree with Umesh Babu, that alone, no, you can't do anything. It is always a team effort. So every NGO or most NGOs want to do things on their own. For what reasons, I don't understand. Civic society wants to do things on their own. Political parties, obviously, TMC will not want to do with AAP will not want to do with. Array, but you keep that fight 1 year before elections, yeah. 4 years you fight against the menace. You're not going to fight assembly elections now. You're going to fight assembly election 2027, every 5 years. So my point is, if Goa had, now I wanted to answer this specifically for Raja. If Goa had this whatever is happening has to be stopped, and we have to regrow, or we have to improve, we have to do, because we have to do it for our survival. If not, tourism in Goa is dead. If this continues, families are not going to come. We'll only get this type of people. Everybody, society has to work together. Media has to work together. NGOs have to work together. Civic society has to work together, and pressurize the politicians and the implementation agents of the politicians to toe the line. But this is not going to happen.
The local body has to play a major role.
And see, ultimately,
the basic concept of decentralization of power is the local
winning for a
body.
panchayat is 300-400 votes.
Then
If 100 people say, "Arey baba, ye zale, no?"
every panchayat member is powerful.
Powerful, sir.
He controls.
Also, politicians like people like Rajan should come out on these issues also, not only on whether AAP is bad or Congress is
It is
bad.
rightly said.
We are taking up this.
It is rightly said. If there is a will, there is a way.
Sarke. Okay.
And now what we are talking about is to save the situation. The tourism.
Arrest the decline and then
Exactly.
arrest.
The tourism-
Then we go Then we
tourism
will
in Goa, because I have spoken to many people. Many tourists, those who are coming from the corporate world, because they get a weekend,
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday. So they are more on the nightlife. What is that nightlife?
Correct.
They speak openly. They want a nightlife.
Umesh
What
Babu,
is the
there is a
nightlife?
guy who's come to this office. He's come here to this office and saying, yeah, just we are like over, so I have to give this Bhavna at the last, because this has happened to me here. He's come to this office and he's saying, Arey, I have a problem. Cops are not taking my complaint. We filed a complaint. Yeah, okay, fine, filed a complaint. What happened? No. I came with a girl to Calangute. Okay. And then that girl left me after a few days. So obviously, what type of a girl he's come with? A dude type of a guy, fair guy from Pune. So then I said, okay, what happened then? He's saying, no, I went down to a disco, I found another girl. So I wanted to take that girl to the room. So the person at the receptionist says, Baba, I need Aadhaar card. So he said, why I should give Aadhaar card? I want to take her to the room. So I had a fight. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I was drunk, he admits. I was drunk. So the bouncers caught and threw me out on the road. So I want you to take up this issue. So I told him, I said, boss, we don't want tourists like you here. Why you come here? You go. No, if he's telling me, no, I'll pay you, whatever, you just take out the story. Is this what Goa is? We want this type of Goa for us? Is this the tourism we want? I don't know. These people of Goa have to decide. Ultimately, people of Goa have to decide what exactly they want.
They already have this type
People
of
cooking
tourism.
and bring onions and filling petrol and going on the streets of Panjim, or they want all these, you go on YouTube and you see party time in Goa. Just check YouTube party time in Goa. They will talk and
Everything is available.
Everything.
in Goa.
What nonsense. Anyway.
I think it's high time that we, as
For our
everybody has
survival.
said, to come together, okay,
Yes.
public to come together, and most important is we need to have certain policies, authorities, licenses. Like when you're talking about this dance bar,
We don't want
we don't want. So we should ensure it doesn't take place, right? And if we want, if there are certain people
Right
who
now,
want,
I think we should
have
ban.
license. Okay.
So simple it is.
So simple. Under 144.
Why would just
Yeah,
correct.
on the coast.
Okay. So we need to see how we have certain policies and that gets implemented, and in that implementation we need to have authorities, we need to have local bodies who are part of seeing that it is getting implemented. Like you're rightly saying, license is given, but how is that license being used? Who's monitoring it? That is not done. So I think that is important
See.
that we do. Then only I think Goa can become, because Goa, as many years back I remember someone saying Goa should not become Thailand, and Goa now is on the verge of becoming Thailand. So
So who is responsible ultimately is the last question. So with this I will end. Who is responsible? And that person responsible has to be
we
put up.
all people.
People are responsible, no doubt. And
Exactly.
who. Okay. I don't know. I think some sort of conclusion we got. One, at least we've come to one conclusion that we need to arrest this decline which is happening at a very rapid pace. And then we can talk about moving backwards and doing whatever needs to be done. But this type of tourism, one thing I can say, in Goa we get very high-end tourists, but a person who's going to spend a lot of money in Goa is not going to be very happy with this type of tourism.
Right.
And there are, the world is opening up, COVID is over, at least what we know, world is opening up, lot of competition. If we don't put the infrastructure in place, if we don't give tourists, people who are willing to spend what they want, we are going to have a big problem. We don't have mining. Mining is gone. Now whatever happens is on a very small scale. If tourism, ultimately Goa suffers, that goose and the golden eggs, then we'll do, Arey Baba, what was Goa? Yeah, we were doing this
History.
so long back. We were doing, it will all end. So
It's
I hope
already
this
history.
message goes through all segments of
Tumaza
society,
Matra,
including
prize
civic
and
society, everywhere. Thank
Not
you.
possible.
And keep watching Goa 365.